Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Spartans will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the ground game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his tool.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown LSU. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Touch pass on the run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
3rd and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. It's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Breaking out the jet sweep. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
Man, he's got 45 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Steps away. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Gets it out fast. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Back to the air one more time. Working that left side. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Back to the ground game on the left. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the pack.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Turns it on at midfield. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's up to 55 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down, no harm.
There's a live football. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
The handoff to Johnson. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They go to the ground. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. It kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got his speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Touchdown LSU! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And how about about this defense making plays. Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He finds his man, and the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's got 69 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through some pressure.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Spartans moving quickly to the line. He leaves it with his back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in on the right. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Simmons. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes his connection. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's hauled in at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback can really can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the move, he fires. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans go green, go white, find the complemented quarterback to this offense.
The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks and react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Field goal is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I love jet sweeps because it puts so much pressure on defenses with their eye discipline. It's really hard for these linebackers and DBs and defensive ends to locate a really fast receiver cutting across the formation so quickly, getting the handoff, and you see that time he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Off play action on first down. Coming after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Creates a little room. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. He'll start this drive firing. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. It's a draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so if you're running the play, it's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
They'll run it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the league. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive downs.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Release to the back. Right on target this time. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll leave it with him. Still running up the 40. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Handoff from the gun. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Oh, look out. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to power it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Can we get the trainers over to the coach right now? He's got his punt team out there, and it's not 4th down. Running it back, it's Thompson. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one.